Ma'am Case, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
Okay.
Pwede na po mag-start.
Sige po. So, para hindi na natin medyo paghintayin ng matagal si Sir Art. Sige po. Sir Art, again, good morning po. And we'd like to, before we formally start our interview with you, we'd like to start first with introduction of ourselves for this activity para mas makilala niyo po yung team, yung composition ng team po namin for this interview. So again, we are one of the group po under the TM 251 class po of Master of Technology Management in UP. So, yung pangalan ng grupo namin is Tech Savvy. And papakilala ko po isa-isa yung aking po mga kasama para po mas maging maganda naman po yung ating pong usapan sa oras na ito and onwards po. Ano po? So, from the team po, Sir Paulo Jonas Alan. Sir Pao, pakilala ka naman po kay Sir Art.
Hello, Sir Art. Good morning po. I'm Paulo Jonas Alan, sir, from the Office of Civil Defense under the National Defense Department, sir. So, handling information systems and ICT division po yung aming operation center dito sa Disaster Management Operation Center ng NDRRMC. So, dun pa ako nakasama. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Pao. And another member of this team, si Sir Christopher Custodio po. Sir Chris.
Thank you, Ma'am Kat. Sir Art, magandang umaga po. Magandang umaga. I'm Christopher Custodio po from the City Government of General Trias. Ako po ay taga-LGU. Ako po ay IT head dito po sa City of General Trias. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir Chris. Of course, medyo familiar po siguro kayo sa kanya, kababayan. Si Ma'am Casey Dabay.
Yes, Sir Art. So, maraming salamat po ulit, sir, sa pag-unlock ng aming invitation para sa interview. So, as you all know, di po siguro aware yung mga kagrupo ko, pero we are in the same church po ni Sir Art. So, sa Christian Fellowship, Victory Christian Fellowship po. So, Sir Art, alam na ni Sir Art na taga-Napolcom po ako. And for information lang po ni Sir Art, ang position ko po is Communications Development Officer. And mostly po ng function namin is, function ko is inspection po ng mga PNP equipment. But then I also propose or conduct or do research proposals po, like gaya po sa mga technology-based equipment. So, yun lang po, Sir Art.
Thank you, Ma'am Casey. Although wala pa po yung aming kasama, one of our group member is si Sir Ravenal de Jesus po from DICT naman siya. And he is based in Aurora and currently on travel po siya kaya medyo siguro intermittent po yung connection, but we will just wait for him to join us virtually in this room po or in this platform. Again, moving on, another member of the group is Sir Marlon Dogilla. Sir Marlon.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon po. Ako naman, sir, is from Department of Finance naman po. Ang hinahandle ko po is yung kung ano man yung nasa data center po namin, yung maintenance po nun. And yung mga servers, saka mga equipment po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Marlon. And bago ko po bitawan, ako po ay magpapakilala din. Ako rin po ay member ng group. Ako po si Catherine Angeles. You can call me Kat po. And I am from TESDA naman po, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. And currently handling one of the training center here in Bulacan po. Bulacan-based po ako. Yung aking pong training center na hinahawakan is the Korea-Philippines Information Technology Training Center. So, nasa education sector naman po ako. Medyo quite different from my colleagues here which are more on the IT side po. Although, ang hinahawak ko naman na center is more on IT programs naman yung ino-offer po. So, medyo may linya pa rin. So, basically, sir, to give you an overview of this interview, one of the requirement po ng aming pong subject, which is the entrepreneurship program or course po natin under the Master of Technology Management, is for us to interview a businessman that just like you, or startup people or startup entrepreneurs po, so that we can have idea of of course, your business activities, and of course, you can give us recommendations, suggestions, and of course, inputs po with regards to yung journey ng isang business and your journey as a businessman as well po. And this would be a great input for us po, especially that we are taking a management masters po. And it will help us to convince ourselves to invest in entrepreneurial activities po. So we would like to have more knowledge coming from those experts na, kasi nasa field na ng businesses. And we are very grateful and thankful po na we were able to have this time with you, kasi medyo mahirap po talaga maghanap ng mai-interview na businessman. One reason is because of their hectic schedule, just like you, sir. And that's why we are thankful for that, for giving us an ample time with you po. And of course, syempre, yung sa course ng business, marami talagang activities. Kaya talagang yun yung nagiging struggle for us to have this interview. But as I've mentioned, at maraming beses kong inuulit, maraming salamat po for taking this time with us po. And before we continue, of course, we would like to give you an overview of this activity also. So, para po hindi masyadong formal, sir, it's just like kwentuhan lang po. Meron lang mga konting questions po relative to the entrepreneurial and of course to your business. But it would be more on conversation type, para hindi po masyado tayong stiff or strict doon sa format natin. So, mas maganda po, we can exchange ideas po, because we know we will learn from you sa lahat ng mga na-experience nyo po and with regards to your business. And of course, the one that will be conducting the question and answer with you po would be Ma'am Casey Dabay po, with regards to this activity. So I will be turning over the virtual floor, to our colleague, Ma'am Casey, for the rest of the question and answer. Thank you, Sir Art.
So thank you po, Ma'am Kat. So we are very excited to interview Sir Art and to know more about po yung Lighthouse Cooperative. And sir, just to inform lang po na naka-record po itong interview natin, because we will present this in class. And so let me start po with, though nabanggit na po to ni Sir Art sa akin during the time na in-approach ko po siya. May we just know po kung ano po yung educational background nyo and yung professional background. Baka dahil po dito kasi is na-encourage po kayo to join into an entrepreneurship.
Well, it's an honor to share whatever information that we have here with regards to entrepreneurship and how Lighthouse Cooperative was able to go into business as a cooperative. I am a graduate of BS Agriculture, major in animal husbandry, and I taught in the university for at least 15 years, Cagayan State University. And I finished my master in resource management from the same university. And later in 2003, I retired to join the management of Lighthouse Cooperative, because during the time its growth is already inevitable, and they need someone to help in running the business. So I took some kind of a sacrifice, because during that time Lighthouse Cooperative was still starting, and I think it's part of me to help develop the cooperative, which we started in 1998. And so there is no one that they thought could help the board of directors, uh, you know, manage the business which we started. And also, currently rather, I am one of the board of trustees of, no, not board of trustees, board of regents rather, of the Cagayan State University representing the private sector. So we've been in the business for 24 years now, and our major trust is more of generating employment, because our cooperative is a church-based cooperative, and we have thought that probably if we can do something to provide employment to some of our members, because during that time, majority of our attendees were students, and we thought of coming up with an activity that probably could extend some help and employ some of them after graduation. And of course, we started with several kinds of businesses. Basically, it was trading, the buy and sell activity. We started with selling computer parts and services, because in 1998, prices of computers were very exorbitant. I remember a simple a desktop before would cost about 175,000. It was only the government was able to procure this kind of equipment in those times. But when we entered the market, we saw something different. Laki pala ng kinikita ng mga computer stores before. So as part of our advocacy, we have to really help our members acquire personal computers. And so our entry in the market has brought down literally the prices of computers. So bumaba ng bumaba. Nagalit pa nga sa amin yung ibang mga computer stores kasi definitely naapektuhan yung kanilang mga negosyo. And then eventually, nag-evolve siya. So we opened up our school and office supplies, because ang tinignan namin doon ay anong relationship ng computers sa iba pang produkto. So nakita namin yung supplies ay karugtong ng computers. No? And then another business came up. Kasi in those times, because we were dealing with government, so marami silang hinahanap. At we open up yung home and office furnitures namin. So may mga office equipment na nire-require mga government offices. So they were asking us if we could supply also these kinds of products to them. So naging tatlo na yung aming negosyo. And through that, we were able to employ already some of our graduates. So nadagdagan yung aming mga empleyado who are actually members of Victory Christian Fellowship to Gigerao. And in 2004, we explored going into the food industry. And so we came up with some manufacturing activities, focusing on local products like longganisa, tapa, and other meat products. So yun yung naging kung paano nagsimula ang Lighthouse Cooperative.
So parang sinasabi po natin, Sir Art, na yung Lighthouse is parang nag-evolve siya or nag-innovate based po sa pangailangan po ng ating kababayan dito sa Cagayan, Sir
That
Art.
is correct. Yes, that is correct.
Yes. Sige. Maybe also know if yung mga co-founders po ng natin, ng Lighthouse Cooperative, and how did you form po yung yung team?
Yeah, the original founders of the cooperative ay tatlo, no? Ako, and then our chairman now, who is connected with the Department of Agrarian Reform, and Pastor Ross Casuelio, who is now the board member of the 3rd District of Cagayan. He was the pastor of the church. And yun yung team namin, no? I belong to the education sector kasi during that time, hindi pa ako nagre-retire. In fact, just for your information, I was the head of the Bachelor of Arts in Cooperatives of the Cagayan State University. So somehow, I possess the knowledge about cooperative management. And our chairman, who is a law graduate, was involved about the law, about the legal component of the business. And Pastor Ross, our senior pastor, is an accountant by profession. So doon namin binuo yun. And because of the need na kailangan namin maka-develop ng isang platform to help our student members by generating some employment, some forms of employment, kaya namin nabuo yung cooperative.
Okay, thank you po, Sir Art. And maybe also know what did you find interesting po about your current industry and how important are innovations in your industry?
For the first 3 businesses that we have, wala masyadong concern about technology kasi technology and innovation kasi nga ano lang yan, trading. It's a simple type of business activity. But for the 4th one, which is the manufacturing business, doon talaga nakita namin yung need for technology and innovation. So, but one of the best practice that we had was to partner with government. Of course, we are very aware that there are special laws and programs that the government would extend to cooperative businesses like us. And so we tried to exploit that. So by networking with them, we were able to learn that there are a lot of government programs extended to cooperative enterprises. And like, for example, the Department of Science and Technology, they have this specific program on small enterprise technology upgrading project, where they would be able to provide soft loans to enterprises for them to be able to generate the needed technology in their production activities. And we were able, through that program, we were able to acquire necessary technologies to improve the productivity of the cooperative businesses. We also have partnered with the Department of Trade and Industry, where they have this shared service facility program. And this is a grant, actually. So once you have identified the need, you connect with them, and they will extend the support that you need. In fact, currently, I am sitting as a member of the Regional Technical Working Group with DTI Shared Service Facility Program. So, napakahalaga ng teknolohiya at inobasyon. Kasi aside from lalaki yung production mo, gaganda yung quality ng produkto. Because not only would they provide the hardware, meron din software component ito kasi train din yung mga kanilang mga kliyente kung paano patakbuhin ng maayos ang negosyo, and that ano pa ba yung ibang requirement, like for example product development, that since we are involved in food processing, we have to make it sure that our products are certified by appropriate agencies like the Food and Drug Administration, that we have to adopt important good manufacturing practices, and that we have to get this certification because it is an assurance that the product that we produce are fit for human consumption. So free of contamination from micro what do you call this, mga bacteria na probably nakaka-apekto sa kalusugan ng tao. So, our growth and development could partly be attributed because of our partnership with government. At kung alam mong gamitin ito, ay malaki ang naitutulong nito. No? So technology and innovation is one of the trust of the government, especially these agencies that have concerns on small and medium enterprise development program.
I totally agree po, Sir Art, na yung partnerships with government is very important, lalo na po sa pag-boost ng mga businesses. So, moving forward, sir, maybe we are also curious on how do you select po yung opportunities for new markets or clients or products or products lines in your industry po, sir? How do you select opportunities?
Usually you get these opportunities from your customers, because when you ask them, ano pa ba ang kailangan nila, no? So maririnig mo sa kanila, sana merong ganito, sana merong ganito. And as an entrepreneur, yun naman talaga ang hinahanap natin. Ano pa ba ang kailangan ng market, di ba? So we try to consider this information, develop these ideas, and turn them into into tangible products, and eventually mag-evolve nito. So yung cycle niya, pag nakita ng gobyerno ito, may malaki ang potential nito. So ayun, nag-aalok na sila ng mga kanilang mga programa. So doon nagsisimula ang lahat. So yung opportunities ay makukuha natin din sa ating mga kliyente, no? Mga taong ating sineservisyohan, mga bumibili ng ating mga produkto. Kasi mas maganda yon dahil hindi ka na kailangang mamroblema pa kung paano mo ibibenta yung produkto. Kasi sila na mismo nagsabi, ito ang kailangan namin. So what you just have to do is to respond to the feedback of the market. So ganon nagsisimula yung pag-develop ng idea.
Thank you po, Sir Art. So parang dito po sinasabi natin na yung customers or yung clients natin is very important para po mag-evolve yung business po natin. And in line with that po, and we would like to know din po, how do you evaluate po yung market opportunity, or how do you evaluate yung factor in returns versus risk in your opportunity evaluation?
Well, isa lang naman ang interest ng mga negosyante, ano? Kumita, di ba? So, based on the requirements of the clients, the customers, okay, we just have to make appropriate calculations using this technology, using this raw material. Okay, meron bang opportunity dito? If this is the requirement of the market, do we have enough sources of raw materials? Meron ba tayong mapagkukunan dito? And how much will it cost us from production to delivery? And from there, okay, ay magkakalculate ka na. So ito, this is the opportunity that we get from this particular, if we deliver this particular product, if we produce this particular product. So yung mga, as a cooperative naman, we don't actually get everything, because unlike other business organizations, corporations, partnership, and even single proprietorship, ang kooperatiba, yung kinita niya, ibabalik din sa mga miyembro yan. So the best reward that we get is that we get to employ people, and we get to provide them the necessary benefits that these people would receive. And these are all taken from the opportunities that we get in the market.
Sir, you mentioned about being a shareholder. Paano po ba maging shareholder po ng cooperative po na?
Basically, you have to be a member of the church because that's the gateway. So when we established this cooperative, we made it sure that it is for Victory Christian Fellowship to Gigeron. So ganun, medyo stringent yung policy in terms of membership.
Para lang po ma-aware din po yung mga kasamahan natin. What is the vision po ba yung what is the vision of Lighthouse? Kasi we've mentioned na being part of the Lighthouse is kailangan po maging member po tayo ng church. So ano po ba yung pinaka-vision ng Lighthouse?
Napakasimple ng vision namin. Sometimes people even laugh at it, no? Because alam natin naman sa strategic planning, dapat for the next 10 years, ano ba ang gustong maging ng Lighthouse Cooperative. Diba? We get to develop a big picture of the future, but we have to put a timeline. Pero sa amin, simple lang. We just want to be a business pursuing excellence. Ganun lang kasimple yung vision namin. Okay. Basahin ko lang, nasa likod ko. Okay. We want to be the hallmark of cooperative business excellence. No timeline. Okay. Walang timeline. But I think we are achieving that. In everything that we do, we just have to put excellence. And you'll find out that nagpo-progress, nagro-grow, nagde-develop. So, yun lang yung tinatanim namin sa mga empleyado namin. Okay? Kasi yung excellence na yan, nabuo namin yung 4 na core values, no? Which is service, excellence, integrity, and social responsibility. So, yun lang yung tinatanim namin sa sarili namin bilang mga empleyado araw-araw. We just have to get better every day. Okay? We just have to improve how we do things every day. Okay? Kung meron mang pagkakamali kahapon, we just have to correct that and once again, pursue, okay, to get better. So, yung excellence na yan, ay medyo broad siya, pero it has brought us to a certain level of growth and development. We started as a micro enterprise. Now, just a few steps away to become a large enterprise. So we measure it that way. But the basic, but the main ingredient of achieving the level that we are enjoying now is because of excellence. Simple lang, excellence attracts, di ba?
I totally agree with you, sir, that excellence attracts. But then we are also curious now. In your 24 years po in the business, do you also encounter failures and how do you handle po yung failures and why do you think you were able to recover from your initial setbacks?
I don't know if we have wala akong masasabing total failure because for the last 24 years we have always delivered. Our shareholders have always been satisfied and we keep on growing every year in and year out, no? Our bottom lines are always positive. In fact, even during the pandemic, well, that has been the year of the greatest challenge that we have experienced. We thought we would experience a negative bottom line, but it was so surprising. Naging positive pa rin kami, and yet we did not retrench any employee. In fact, we thought of doing things and we even employed additional workers during that time. So what we did was to think of an activity. That is why moving forward, no, we have established the Cagayan tropical fruits agri-processing industry because during the pandemic we thought of processing tropical fruits that are just around us. Like for example, santol. Alam natin, ang santol, sa likod bahay lang yan, sa backyard lang natin yan. Kung minsan, di ba, wala nang pumapansin kasi hindi mo lahat makain yung bunga nun. Nahuhulog na lang. Pero what we did was to process this. And we processed tons and tons of santol during the pandemic. So because of that, we hired additional workers. And because of that, we were able to get another assistance from the Department of Agriculture. So they provided us a grant, another grant of, maliit lang naman, 2.5 million, which is now about to be finished, the agri-processing facility, industry facility. So, ganun yung nangyari. I could not think of a certain failure. Hindi naman yabang ito. Pero ang sa amin lang, basta consistently we grow. Well, there are mistakes, there are errors along the way, but we tend to outgrow those errors. We tend to correct them along the way. So that at the end of the year, when accounting period comes, makikita natin, did we perform or did we not? No. At siguro sa paningin namin ay maayos pa rin kasi yun nga, hindi kami nag-negative. In fact, if you try to value yung effect ng mga decisions namin, it's even more than what we are receiving. So, hindi, modesty aside, wala akong maalaalang masasabing failure na na-experience namin.
Yes, sir. So parang pinaka-keyword po doon is to deliver.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. So moving forward naman po, how did you acquire the resources needed to launch or sustain and grow your resources? Or how did you raise the capital to launch your business?
Yeah.
So, yes.
We are a non-agri cooperative, and the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 limits the shareholdings of every member. Hindi kayo maniwala, 15,000 lang maximum capital ng bawat isa sa amin. You cannot increase that, okay, because that's the law. Although we can, actually, there's no limit if we want to. But there is a certain provision of the law that once you have exceeded 15,000, you already will be charged with VAT. No? And we want to protect this as a cooperative. Kasi yung VAT kasi, kapag pinatong namin yan sa mga miyembro namin, siyempre tataas yung presyo. So we are protecting that in the form of a tax exemption certificate. Kaya mini-maintain lang namin yan. But yung tanong mo, paano kami, how did we come into this level na hindi naman kami nagdadagdag ng capital? I think it's simply good management. Good cash management. Every year, we allocate 50% of our income for business expansion. And although that is accounted as still, it goes back to the members, but we have asked the members not to retain the 50% of their dividends every year so that we can expand our businesses. And hindi naman sila nawawalan ng pagkakataon kasi yung 50% na nire-retain namin na accounted pa rin sa individual accounts nila ay binibigyan pa rin namin ng interest yan. Hindi pa rin nagzi-zero yan. Pero kailangan namin gawin yon para maka-generate kami ng sufficient capital for possible expansion. So, ganoon ang ginawa namin. Plus, of course, partnering with government. Kasi hindi ka ba masaya kung mapautangan ka ng gobyerno ng 5 million, zero interest? Saan mo kukunin yun, di ba? Tapos babayaran mo for a period of at least 42 months. So, ang gagawin mo, galingan mo na lang, di ba? Gamitin mo ng gamitin hanggang sa maibalik mo yon. So, after that, kumita ka, di ba? Kasi maganda yung pagpapatakbo mo. Plus, of course, the other government support, yung mga grants, gamitin mo ng gamitin. Those capitals should be well utilized to the benefit of the members and the management. So, ganun lang yung nakikita kong paraan doon. So, we did not ask the members to add more of their capital. What we did was really to retain a portion of their income and utilize, plow it back again, reinvest it again. After all, at the end of the year, sila din ang makikinabang dito.
So parang pinaka-keyword po natin dun, sir, is good management and utilizing po
I agree.
yung partnership with the government. And maybe also na po kung ano mga major barriers to entrepreneurial success in the Philippines, and what do you think is the government doing that does not help po yung mga businesses natin?
Hindi ko nakuha yung medyo
Yes.
garbled.
Yeah. What do you think are the major barriers to entrepreneurial success in the Philippines? And what do you think is the government doing that does not help the MSMEs or startups or other businesses?
I'm very active in the SME sector, no? And I'm well connected with government agencies that have specific programs on SME development. And we're always informed about the programs that this government have to promote enterprise development. Nagbabago na yung panahon. Nagiging concern na talaga ang gobyerno natin, no? Para maisulong talaga ang small micro enterprise development sa Pilipinas, program sa Pilipinas. Pero nakikita kong isang barrier is that yung like for example, hindi nila, kung wala kang connection, mahihirapan mong malaman na may mga programa palang ganito, no? At pangalawa, yung marketing assistance. Most of their assistance is more on the production side. Pero yung marketing assistance, medyo mahina pa. Although, hindi ko kinakaila na ang DTI ay may mga specific programs on that, like the Go Local, Buy Local program nila. At lately nga lang ay sinusulong nila na ang government should be the biggest buyer of local products. Pero ang barrier diyan is that ito kaya mga LGUs natin ay nakikita nila yan, di ba? Kasi kung minsan may mga pinapaboran pa rin silang mga suppliers, hindi nila nakikita yung mga SMEs sa kanilang mga lugar. Kaya being in the SME sector, nakikita ko to na yung marketing side ang medyo malaking problema. Kasi oo nga, binigyan mo ng assistance sa production side. Pero hindi naman niya ma-convert yung product niya into profit, di ba? So kulang. Dapat medyo lawakan pa nila yung aspeto ng marketing, no? And of course itong digital market is proliferating, okay? Pero dapat pagtuunan din nila ng pansin yung digital market na kung saan itong mga local products ay doon mo ikakarga. Na nakaalalay na rin. Pero sa sobrang dami ng suppliers, ay lalo na kung ang produkto mo hindi naman ganoon ka-popular, medyo mahihirapan talagang makilala at umangat. So, another one is that yung capital, na mas liberal dapat sila sa pag-extend ng financial assistance sa mga SMEs. Meron na rin. Okay? I think nakapaloob din yan sa bayanihan laws natin during the pandemic. However, kung minsan, pinipili pa rin yung mga binibigyan. Di ba? Dapat mas liberal yan. Kung nakakagastos ang gobyerno ng malaki sa ibang aspect, sinasabi nila 99.9% of our economy ay binubuo ng small micro enterprises. Bakit limitado pa rin yung pondong binibigay nila dyan? So, I have learned that, for example, in Thailand, okay, similar to this SSF, ang government ay ini-incentivize nila yung mga SMEs na gumagamit ng programa ng gobyerno. Dapat sana ganun din tayo. Okay? Pero kalimitan kung minsan yung mga programa na dina-download sa mga SMEs natin ay sila pa ang nag-iisip. Dapat it should be private driven. Yun yung ginagawa ko actually. I don't like the government to buy the equipment for me. I would buy it for me because I know my own requirements. Kaya kung minsan nag-fail yung government program. Kasi parang isinusubo nila dun sa pinipilit ipapakain. Hindi naman yun ang kailangan niya. So dapat mas ine-empower nila yung SMEs na magsabi ng kanilang tunay na pangangailangan. At yun dapat ang ibigay ng gobyerno. No? Para merong proper utilization of technology and whatever kind of support na ina-extend sa mga SMEs na kagaya natin.
We totally agree, sir, na the government should empower din po yung mga micro small businesses po natin. And we are also curious, sir, if what would you consider as your noteworthy success as an entrepreneur or businessman? And what were your
Sige, continue. Minsan na lang.
What were the low points of your journey as an entrepreneur or businessman, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Yeah. Ang success naman kasi is part of the journey. No? It's not actually the end point. But success can be measured through the objectives that you have set. No? Para sa amin, ang reward namin dyan ay yung nakakapag-employ kami consistently ng tao. No? Hindi man ganun kadami, but somehow nakakabawas kami in terms of the number of unemployed people in the country and in the locality. Ang naging philosophy namin is that as we keep on generating new product ideas, ay nakakadagdag kami ng employment. Okay? So, ang observation namin is that for every new product that we bring into the market, we initially require at least 2 new jobs. And siyempre, ang goal mo ay mapalaki yung market ng produktong ito. So as volume of production increases, definitely you will also increase the number of workers that will work towards the product. So mag-i-evolve yan, magdadagdag. So I think that's how we measure our success, because that is our greatest objective, to be able to generate more employment. When we started this cooperative, we only had 5. Now, it may not be that as big as what may be expected for an enterprise that has been there for the last 24 years, but we have grown to more than 100 in terms of employment, not even counting the seasonal employees that we employ during the times that kailangan namin ng additional workers. Yun nga lang, hindi namin sila mare-regular kaagad kasi of course, the situation does not warrant. But somehow, nadadagdagan namin yung mga tao na tutulungan namin. So yung mga low points namin, siguro hindi kami yung masyadong agresibo na gumagamit ng malalaking amount of capital. Kasi wala kaming utang. Hindi kami umuutang. And that's not part of our values. No? Because siyempre, church-based kami, may implication kasi yan. I know you might be aware of some cooperatives kasi pag sinabi mong kooperatiba, palagi ang tumatakbo sa utak ng iba ay utangan. Di ba? Ganun yung o may mauutangan. At meron din kayo siguro mga naririnig na pag hindi na nakabayad ay umaabot na sa, korte. Sa amin, ayaw namin yun. We'd rather not offer something that would affect our relationship with our members than simply offer something that we thought na akala namin makakatulong but in the end, it will ruin our relationship. So, ganun kami ka-conservative. No? Sabi nga ng isang secretary ng DOLE one time when I had the chance of presenting our story, because we were joining a productivity Olympics. So, sabi niya, why are you afraid to apply for a loan? If you make use of other people's money, you will be able to generate more opportunities. Tama nga naman. Kasi kung marunong ka naman gumamit. No? Pero meron din kami kasing ibang filosofya patungkol doon. Oo nga, gamit ka ng malalaking capital, eventually magkakaproblema ka. Ayaw namin yun. Mas magandang kahit na medyo mabagal ng konti, pero slow but sure at consistent, palagay ko mas maganda yun kaysa sa may ibang mga factors na masasacrifice. Like, for example, relationships. We don't like that.
So parang it always anchored in helping po the community and maximizing po yung profit na nagiging po natin.
Yeah.
And so for my last question po, what advice din po would you give an aspiring entrepreneur or words of wisdom po and experience?
Well, I was one time in the government. I was an academician. I thought business management. And in the end, I was the one fascinated doing what I was teaching. So I hope the same to you. Kasi iba eh. Sa pagnenegosyo, maganda siya. You can turn, a lot of opportunities out of nothing. Of course, not literally nothing. But ibig sabihin, pag nasa negosyo ka, ikaw yung taong hindi matatakutin kahit na anong sitwasyon. Huwag ka lang mahiyang gumawa. Because siyempre sa negosyo, when you're starting, talagang you do the odd jobs. No? Pero ang goal naman ay mapalaki mo, eventually, hindi na lang ikaw ang gumagawa. You will be having other people with you. In fact, even professionals down below you. So you will be even hiring specialized skills. But that is all because you involve yourselves in enterprise development. Sa entrepreneurship kasi, it requires your creativity and innovativity. So matcha-challenge ka. No? Walang dull moments para sa isang negosyante. Lahat na lang ay napag-iisipan mo. Kung itong parang kumbaga sa Chinese, no? Kung yung lata ng gatas, no? Nasa iba tinatapon na pero sa kanya may pakinabang pa yan. Pwede niyang i-transform yun into something and eventually he will create an opportunity out of that. So ganun ang entrepreneurship, no? The challenge is yung utak mo very dynamic, gumagalaw palagi. So, ang advice ko sa iba na may interest sa pagnenegosyo, keep on doing. Okay? May ups and downs yan, but the challenge is you should not be discouraged. Bawat problema may solusyon palagi. Okay. So, parang nangyari sa pandemic, akala natin katapusan na ng mundo, katapusan na ng pagnenegosyo, pero katulad ng pag-iisip ng mga Chinese, in every crisis, there is always an opportunity. So, ganun dapat tayo tumingin, no, sa ating kapaligiran. I encourage people to get into business. Napakaganda. No? But of course, hindi ganun kadali.
Thank you po, Sir Art. Those are wonderful words kasi as you mentioned, so parang huwag tayong matakot sumubok and just keep doing. So that's it po for my part, Sir Art. I will turn you over po to Ma'am Kat.
Thank you, Ma'am Casey. Thank you, Sir Art. Ang gaganda ng mga nakuha kong idea ko, Sir Art. Ano, talagang lalo akong na-encourage na mag-business. Kailangan ko lang mangutang. Hindi ko So, pero gusto ko lang itanong kasi because the business is cooperative yung based natin, sir. So, you're also a member of the CDA, yung Cooperative Development Authority. Di ba usually yung mga kooperatiba kasi is nag-under sila sa CDA?
Yes, yan yung regulatory body, no, that oversee cooperative. So we are registered with CDA.
Oh, okay. So, yun po. Tapos, ang nakita ko rin, is because parang ang main objective nyo is to generate employment, which is bihirang-bihira kasi, di ba, for business, sabi nga ni Sir, talagang ang main objective or main goal is for profit-oriented pag-business. But of course, yung pinakauna nyo on top of your objectives and your goal is to generate employment to your members, and makikita mo na it's not only the profit. Of course, any business gusto mag-gain ng profit, di ba? But ang pinakamagandang nakita ko dito is yung you want to extend the help to other people through employment. And I believe not only employment, but you are also imparting yung yung mission niyo and yung sabi niyo nga po, yung experience niyo on how to open a business and how from a micro-small enterprise going to a large enterprise. And I believe yun din yung nai-impart natin doon sa ating mga employees and sa ating members. And yun din yung nakuha ko sa oras na ito. And I believe yung aking mga kasama, nakuha din nila iyan. And nakita ko yung from dito pa lang, konting minuto lang, nakita ko na yung pinagdaanan ng business, yung growth ng business, and yung innovation na i-integrate nila kung kaya nag-grow sila from one type of product hanggang mag-move sa different products addressing different industry. And ang maganda doon, na-integrate nila yung innovation through the manufacturing sector, and nag-move sila doon sa need, not only ng need ng company just to grow, but need nung kanilang stakeholders, which is their customers or yung client. At yun yung maganda na nakita natin. At gustong-gusto ko yun kasi coming from a government agency, lahat po kami dito, sir, ay coming from national and local government agency. And gustong-gusto namin yung nakaka-partner namin, yung mga nasa private sector. And pinakita nyo sa amin na this is your best practice, and we hope na yung ibang businesses, makuha din nila ito na best practice, na meron talagang partnership na dapat mabuo between the private sector and the government sector. Kasi yun naman talaga yung yung goal din ng government, to help our private sectors and other stakeholders. And pinakita nyo po yun doon sa business core ninyo at saka doon sa business activities ninyo. Kasi kaya ang dami kong nasulat, sir. Ang dami ko nasulat na especially doon sa mga yung inyong partnership, wherein doon nyo pinakita kung paano nyo in-integrate yung activities nyo with the partnership na meron din kayo doon sa government, like DOST, on product development, DTI, yung SSF, no? Kasi yan din yung gusto ko, sir, doon sa institution namin. We want to have partnership with DTI on the SSF or the shared service facilities. Kasi lalo na doon sa, para siya kasing incubation type service, di ba, sir? So, maganda yan. Kasi si sir nasa academe, kaya familiar siya dyan sa business sector, no? So, we are very happy na nakuha namin yung mga points na yan, nakuha namin yung mga inputs ninyo at nakatulong po sa amin yan. And ako po, I'd like to know more about how do you partner talaga with the government. Kasi yung ibang nasa private, sabihin, alam ko nabanggit ito ni Sir yung barriers daw is yung sometimes yung walang connection. Di ba? Totoo yan, Sir. Yung iba kaya they parang nahihirapan po. They are struggling to go partner with the government, sabi nila, kasi wala silang connection. But in fact, hindi naman talaga sometimes need ng connection. All you need to do is to walk in the bridge and to meet there, di ba? Cross the bridge and meet with the people na talagang makakatulong sa inyo. So salamat sa mga natutunan. Kung may gusto bang idagdag yung aming mga kasama, baka may gusto pa silang itanong. Sir Chris, Sir Marlon, Sir Rab, Sir Pao, meron pa po ba?
Hello Sir Art. Hello Ma'am
Yes.
Kat. Sir, na-amaze lang ako doon sa business model nyo, sir, na nag-evolve talaga kayo, sir, depende sa needs, and yun nga, looking opportunities based sa customer feedbacks and sa actual needs talaga na direct from the customers. Kaya nung na-mention nyo, sir, na hindi kayo masyadong affected ng pandemic, while browsing, sir, dun sa inyong social media account dun sa Lighthouse Cooperative na Facebook, nakita ko nga, sir, na during pandemic, naging active din kayo, sir, sa pag-acquire ng mga, yun nga, sir, mga PPE, mga face mask, mga hygiene products. And then, minaximize nyo na rin, sir, nung nagkaroon kayo ng Food Panda, Delivery, and Shopee
Yeah,
ng
that's
inyong mga
correct.
products. So, aside from that, sir, nakita ko rin na, yun nga, ina-analyze nyo rin, sir, yung mga certifications na within the standards, yung quality ng inyong mga products, especially yung sa manufacturing. And then, sir, yung nakita ko rin to, sir, sa social media nyo, na nasasama kayo, sir, dun sa mga recognition, mga Gawad Saka and Agri-Entrepreneurship Award and recognition, may mga ganun din, sir. So, yun na, sir, napakaganda nung journey nung inyong cooperative. Yan lang po. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Pao. At saka maganda doon, sir, no? Yung skills, yung knowledge, yung competencies siguro ng bawat miyembro. Yun yung minamaximize ninyo. Di po ba? Like for you, you're both an academician, you're both an agriculturist. So, kaya na-integrate nyo doon sa mga business activities nyo po, yung inyong mga
That is correct.
yung mga opportunities yan. Kasi nabanggit nyo yung processing, yung Cagayan Tropical Food Processing a while ago. So, because you are on the agri-sector, yun din yung inyong background study, di ba? So, talagang meron ka talagang knowledge na ilalagay mo siya doon sa business mo. Sometimes kasi, di ba, yung iba, they just hire people and let those people run the business. But because kayo po, you are very much hands-on sa business, and at the same time, yung competencies natin and yung knowledge and skills talaga natin, and of course, the experience that we have, minamaximize natin, at siguro yun din yung ginagawa ng ibang miyembro ninyo. Ang tanong ko lang, sir, for example, kasi sabi nyo, stringent measure nyo is, ang member nyo is dapat Christian, di po ba? But of course, there are Christians. Like for me, I'm also a Christian, pero of course, hindi sa VCF. CCF naman ako. So, kunwari, out of the community ng BCF, pwedeng maging member ng ng inyong kooperatiba?
Yeah, I failed to mention that we have two types of membership, the regular and the associate. For regular, ayun, doon talagang dadaan ka doon sa sa requirement, no? BCF. Pero for associate, kahit na even if you're not even a Christian or what, we don't qualify that. Sa ngayon nga lang, we have closed our doors kasi napuno na ano to, nabili na lahat yung stocks for shares of the stocks for associate. So hindi pa kami nag-amend unless we amend our articles of cooperation, increasing our capitalization, then we can again open for associate membership.
Sige po sir, aabangan ko po yun. Baka pwede po
Yeah.
ako doon.
Why not?
Yes, so aabangan ko po yung amended articles of incorporation po ninyo para po maka-join ako as associate member, di po ba? Yan, so the rest of my team, meron pa po ba kayong tanong kay Sir Art? So I think wala na. So kasi lahat na nabigay na ni Sir Art, talagang very comprehensive yung naging interview natin sa oras na ito. Again, maraming salamat po Sir Art for your time, for all the inputs, the knowledge, and of course the expertise that you have shared with the group. But before we let you go in this platform po, of course, we would like to show our appreciation virtually. Meron lang po kaming konting ibibigay na token sa inyo. And this will be presented by my colleague, Sir Marlon. Please, can you read also the citation that will be given to Sir Art? Thank you, Sir Art.
Hey, sir. Share ko lang po. Oops. Yes, sir. So, we would like to thank you, sir. Sir Arturo B. Tabu. So, this is the certificate of appreciation po from us, students of UPTMC. Thank you for sharing your invaluable insights and knowledge on technology-based entrepreneurship for established businessmen. Dated this day of May 11, 2022 on Zoom po. So, bali, digital lang siya. Pero, si Miss Kat na rin po siguro mag-discuss na ibibigay rin po namin siya physically. Today, ma'am, sir, virtually lang muna.
No problem.
Sorry. Stop.
Thank you, Sir Marlon. Yan. So, sir, I hope na dito po sa maliit na amin na gesture of appreciation ay maibigay po namin sa inyo. In the meantime, ito muna ay virtually presented to you, but no worries. Through Ma'am Casey, we will be asking your contact details po, so we can send you the copy of the certification and a little token from the group din po to show our gratitude for your time na ibinigay po sa amin. Maraming salamat, Sir Art.
Well, thank you also for this opportunity of sharing whatever information that may have benefited you. I hope I was able to provide them for your requirements. Anytime, if there are still other things that you want to know about us, then we'll be more than willing to share it with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po. And hoping po na you will allow us to connect with you, with your company po, just in case we need more, suggestions and recommendations from you. But of course, before we end po and before I turn over for the closing remark po with our colleague po, can we also ask for a photo opportunity with you po para naman po meron din kaming souvenir, di po ba? Ayan, sino ba magkukuha? Sir Chris, kayo na po ba o Sir Pam? Ay, Sir Chris.
Sir Pam, paano na lang po muna siguro.
Sige po. 1, 2, 3 po.
Ayan, thank you, Sir Pao. And to formally end our interview po, I'll be turning over the virtual room again or the virtual platform to Sir Chris. Again, Sir Art, thank you po.
Welcome.
Thank you, Ma'am Kat, and thank you, colleagues. Ayun, Sir Art, thank you so much for your precious time for meeting with our group today for the interview. Actually, we learned a lot. It was such a pleasure to learn more about Lighthouse Cooperative, how it is innovating, evolving, and adapting to what are the current needs of the members and the consumers. We also learned partnering with the government will always be a good and beneficial for the business. And lastly, personally, I learned two keywords from you: trust and excellence. Trust for the members, for the business and products, and always strive for excellence. Sir Art, on behalf of our group, Tech Savvy Talk, once again, thank you so much for your precious time and have a great day. Salamat
Yeah.
po.
You're
Magandang
welcome, and
tanghali.
God bless. Yeah.
Salamat, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you, Sir
Okay,
Art.
bye-bye.
Thank you po.
God bless
Sige
po.
po. Thank you,
God
sir.
bless.